Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Bitcoin pumping to the upside. Things getting out of control. BOOKMAP had it. We showed you this morning with the update. If you were in my trading group, I'm going to prove to you how you would have been able to nail this Bitcoin update. What trading group are you in? Who are you listening to? What are you doing? Why are you wasting your time? Let's get into it. Let's break it down. We do this 7 days a week for a reason. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live and being a live streamer with the lifer. I love each and every one of you for jumping on in, baby. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. We mean business here. We mean business. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's break it down. So if you were in my trading group, number one, you would have got the free update this morning that I put out on YouTube, right? And when I put it out this morning, what did we say? Well, here I am going over the idea that we were in a symmetrical triangle with the 15-minute oversold, likely to break to the upside. When the 15-minute gets like that, we wanted to get that push to the upside, all right? All we had to do was get above this resistance, and there was a measured move to the upside here that I had drawn, all right? What was my measured move? What was I talking about? Well, how did I even get a measured move? How did I even know that we could get up to 21,660 area? All right, or this area right here, 21,300 was the first measured move. It's the base of the triangle. That's all I do. I take from this wick to that wick, swing it, bring it over here, and that gave me an idea that this symmetrical triangle, which kind of had ascending triangle vibes in a way, right? You can feel the ascending triangle vibe in it, could get a move to the upside, all right? So low stochastic, I'm a low stochastic guy, all right? This is what the coolest thing about it was. So we first got the initial pump, all right? 1 hour was also oversold right down here at the beginning of the day. Decided that the 1 hour and the 15-minute, when they get oversold, I'm telling you right now, that is my sweet spot. So many amazing trades have come out of that. I got moving averages looking close together. I also suggested, could the 1 hour pump to the 200 SMA? Whenever these moving averages are tight, the 1 hour likes to pump up to the 200 SMA. If you just take away everything else, this is my special sauce. Tight moving averages with the 200 outlying. How many times have I been on a live stream and said this? How many times have I said this on a live stream? How many people here watching have heard me talk about the outlier of the 200 SMA when you see the tight moving averages above a point of control inside of a tight wedge. What is going on, baby? This is what I'm teaching every single Tuesday. If you're not getting excited, if you don't feel my passion, I could die tomorrow. I won't be able to teach this tomorrow. Jump on into class every single Tuesday. I'll give you a PowerPoint, my 9-point checklist, and every single thing that I did to figure out where Bitcoin was going to go today, and I nailed it yet again. For the 1,000th time in a row, I don't even know. Shout out to everybody here. Remember, getting above the 200 SMA is big. Can the 4-hour get back above the 200 SMA? We need that. We get back above the 200 SMA on the 4-hour, we get bacon on the beach. Big things can happen, so keep an eye out for that as well. But it happens on this time frame, it's a good sign. Look at the last time we got above the 200 SMA. Bang, 1 pump there. How about here? Boom, huge pump there, 2. Here, big enough of a pump, 3. This was lackluster. That was nothing. So, okay. Out of 5 times, 1 was whatever, 1 was and 3 were pretty nice moves to the upside. So I'm just showing you the probability of longing Bitcoin when you get back above the 200 SMA, even on the 1-hour time frame. Let's break it down, though. Let's talk about it. And then we're going to break down where I believe Bitcoin could go tonight and what I see happening. And we're going to show you how I walked through this today. I'm hyped. I hope you're hyped. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I'm hyped. I hope you're hyped. Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, baby. For being here. Bang, 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 bang. You gonna see it. Funny. Anyway, so let's go in. We're going to talk about it right now. So if you're in my trading group, I was long. I even said, publicly that I was going to be long. When the 15-minute was high, I said, let's wait for the 15-minute to come on down, snatch into a long right there, and get the move to the upside. That's exactly what happened. I even talked about how there was kind of an inverted headed shoulder there. Yeah, the right shoulder fell off, though. But still, kind of a cup and handy. This thing would blast to the upside. We got above the point of control, tight moving averages. It's just exactly what I look for when I'm looking for a move to the upside. Same story. MACD, I don't really care about mainly because look how extended it got. It said, I don't care. So that's what happened. Then look what happened. So we got the pump to the upside. Beautiful. We nailed it. Then I saw it come back down and I put another update to the trading group. I was all over Bitcoin today. Spent like all day in the group, basically. See? Even wrote this here. Bitcoin is symmetrical pattern. Bilateral, 50-50 of a breakout. 50-minute is pushing up, which conveys a breakout. We want to see this breakout confirmed to the 15-minute so the 1 hour can continue the pump. We're right below resistance. We would like to see a break above 20,005, which is a psychological number as well. We're watching the 15-minute. The bigger idea, the 4 hours overbought and can dump. The 15-minute had to get above that resistance. That was our main thing. Once we got above there, we knew there was a high likelihood of a big move coming to the upside, right? So far, we had to get back above the resistance. There it is. We got the pump out of the move, right? But this was awesome. Watch what it did. Continue to pump, right, to the upside. Continue to go. Then basically hit the target, which is insane, okay? Then look, it would begin to retrace. At this point, I would put out another update to the trader group, right? And inside the update, I'm talking about this falling wedge breaking to the upside because I'm seeing that we could get a pump and the 15-minute was getting low again. So here I am again saying, hey, I believe there's another scalp coming. This was also the previous resistance point. We're about to bounce off it, touching the 21-day moving average, about to get a move. I said, this looks like we got some gas coming, right? So I love you all. Look, I see a scalp of the 15, right like that, right? You go back in time again. So this will be the second call of the day. And the scalp of the 15 here. I'm lost in the sauce right here. Oh, yeah, over here. I'm like, what am I? And this was this chart here. This flag right here. Within about, I don't know. Within me putting the update, and I can't put Bitcoin. I don't have the money. I put this update at 424. By 453, this thing was out of the, 30 minutes later, this thing was booming and starting to make a move. Perfect entry again. No stop loss got hit. And the entry right there, it was bonito. Then I had, BOOKMAP saying, hey, I see gas with the 15. Let's see what we can get here. BOOKMAP wants more, right? Then I saw a flag on the 5 minute suggesting the flag could bring us up to 21,800 area, 21,007. Right? That's what this flag said. Next thing you know, the flag would go sideways and then just boom. Right there, even past my target to the upside to 21,815. And so it was just a day of hardcore trading, a day of amazingness. It doesn't always happen that perfectly and that beautifully, but shout out to anyone that was in the trading group. Shout out to anyone that formed their own ideas with my ideas together. What a blast to the upside. 50-minute is now overbought. I would expect a bit of a pullback here. We're starting to get some bearish divergence as this swings down and this swings sharply to the upside. You got a bit of bearish divvy here to the upside, but that was Bitcoin today since this morning. So if you were watching my update this morning, you would have been paid to the shade. You would at least, even if you did nothing, you would have figured out a lot. You would have learned a lot about trading BTC. Bang, bang, bang. Does Coinbase really have exposure to Signature Bank? No, I don't believe it does. But even if it does, don't worry. I have breaking news on Signature Bank. Breaking news has just come out. All right, I'm serious. This is brand new news. Came out in the last hour and a half. Government steps in with a plan to protect all the deposits at Silicon Valley Bank. Beginning on Monday, depositors will be able to access all their funds. Regulators announced. Banking regulators announced an emergency measure on Sunday to fully protect deposits at SVB, a critical move in averting panic over the bank's collapse. If they didn't do that, people were going to freak out. And then other people were going to freak out. And then a lot of other people were going to run to other banks. In every bank, see, I'm going to teach you something. I'm going to blow your mind right now. Watch, stop what you're doing. Listen to me. As Bitcoin pumps in our face and continues to pump, I mean, I got to get here on the 15-minute. It's just like a dump that won't stop. It's a pump that won't stop. We're back on the other side. And remember when I said that we could move to the upside? We could move right back up. So when you dump this down that far, you could pump right back up to the upside here. And look, we just took that entire dump away, and it was a perfect buying opportunity at 19,000. Anyone that didn't take the scooper duper, that's why you got to buy the fear, DCA into the fear. If you're not DCAing into the fear, you're missing out on gains. I got my $19,000 Bitcoin. I scooped up into the teens. I was not afraid anything could happen. But look at that massive move right back up when you move fast that far. Wow. And you can see how we figured out the trade step by step. I didn't think about the bigger time frames. I didn't get freaked out. I kept my mind into the smaller time frames and just worked my way through the patterns until the patterns made sense. Even this was a flag here. And there's a continuation pattern with the bull. And that tells you you could get up to the measured move here of 22,426. I'm going to start a fresh chart at one point, but I like what I'm seeing. I mean, I'm just excited. If you were in the trading group, man, you were with me all day as we traded through this to the upside, and we nailed it step by step, pattern by pattern, move by move. Heck, we started today. I started this morning, remember, with not even, I didn't see the symmetrical triangle yet. We had just started to make it. I had all these other patterns that I was in the middle of figuring out. And then right in the middle, right before the live, I was like, oh man, that's it. I see the pattern. I didn't watch any other YouTubers in the last week. I haven't watched any YouTuber. I might have popped in and sent a super chat to someone I like and waved, but I really haven't sat down. I don't really watch anyone else's technical analysis. I believe when I watch other people's TA, it gets in my head. So I just stick to what I'm doing and stay in the pocket. So a bit of bearish divvy there on the 15. I got to clean this up. You know, I'm still in a bit of shock here. Massive move. Just excited to be alive. Boom, boom, boom. DXY closing in on the 104. So does this mean they will print money for the banks? Oh yeah, so I was in the middle of what I was going to say. This is a big deal. So here you go. Bitcoin's pumping got me off track. Sorry. I got distracted by the fact that Bitcoin was doing damage again. So look, here's the deal. I'll go to some US tether that I never look at, like Bing X futures or something. So here's the deal. Banks run on fractional reserve lending. So if everybody went to grab their money at the bank, okay, they wouldn't have it. No bank. Not Citibank, not Chase, not any bank in the world that I'm not spreading FUD. I'm telling you the truth. You can look this up. These are facts, right? So fractional reserves. So SPV was running the same way. So if people just didn't panic and relaxed, there's a chance that SPV would have been fine. But too many people got scared and started to kind of run and take money out of the bank, and it created a bank run, right? Then people were waiting outside for their money. Then they were going to say, oh, you're only going to get your FDIC, and that was it. And we weren't going to cover the deposits. And I'll tell you what happened. So the Federal Reserve is already getting scrutinized. People are staring at them for what's happening with the interest rate, right? And what's going on with raising interest rates. And they already know people are not really happy with the government right now because they're like, well, everyone, me and you understand Federal Reserve is a private entity. The government is separate. But the average person thinks it's all the same. And to them, it's, Janet Yellen, Jerome Powell, Biden, You know, Trump, to them, it's suits. It's the guy with suits, and they run it, and they don't care. You know what I mean? And so in their perspective, Jerome Powell is just trying to basically raise the interest rate, do whatever. Oh, he's going to ruin the economy, right? Like Elizabeth Warren said, you're going to raise 2 million jobs. You're going to lose 2 million jobs immediately. Okay? So with the Fed already saying, hey, we're not in the best light here, all right? And obviously the administration right now, what is it, the worst poll ratings in the history of any president in the United States, I think? Like, I think he has the worst rating of any president in the United States. I could be wrong, but, right? So here's the deal. Get your money out from these regional banks. Get rid of the Federal Reserve. So here's the deal. If they didn't back this bank up and put the money into this bank, okay, what I believe would have happened, all right, what I believe would have happened is other people would have thought that other banks were going to go under, another run, and I believe it could have created a bank run on America, and honestly could have created an insane dump. So if the government didn't step in tonight, emergency, so someone said, and I heard that the Biden administration was saying no. Someone stepped in and said, dude, currently the maximum amount of protection provided by FTIC to any one depositor is $250,000. However, under the new plan, all deposits, both insured and underinsured, will be protected. Depositor will have access to all their money starting Monday, March 13th. No losses associated with the resolution of Silicon Bank will be borne by the taxpayer. Shareholders and certain unsecured debt holders will not be protected. Senior management also had been removed. Any losses to the deposit insurance fund to support uninsured depositors will be recovered by a special assessment on banks as required by the law. Regulators also announced a similar measure for New York-based Signature Bank, which was closed on Sunday by the state chartering authority. Yikes. All depositors of the institution will be made whole. The Federal Reserve is prepared to address any liquidation pressures that may arise. As part of the efforts to avert a banking crisis, the central bank announced the establishment of a new bank term funding program, the BTFP, targeted at protecting deposits at failed institutions. The Treasury will make available up to $25 billion from the Exchange Stabilization Fund as a backstop for the BTFI, and the central bank announced. I mean, yes and no, all right? I'm going to talk about something that we need to discuss, though. So, I mean, this is amazing. However, isn't this funny money? You know what I mean? Isn't this funny money? So now, you know, man. So emergency board meeting is going to be held tomorrow at the Federal Reserve, of course, right? And a lot is coming. Now, what is happening to Bitcoin? Well, in my opinion, this is pumping the price of Bitcoin. A lot of people said to their friends, I told you not to have all your money in that bank. You should have some Bitcoin on the side. And they looked at their friend and were like, man, you're not as crazy as I thought you were. A lot of people who were saying Bitcoin are not as crazy as people think they were now. They're like, you know what? My buddy, who I used to think was a weirdo and out there, who used to talk about Bitcoin and run around with a hardware wallet, he's actually pretty spot on, because he's the one sitting with his money and I'm the one sitting waiting for my money. So who's the wiser at this point? I believe this had something to do with a little bit of Bitcoin. I also believe this kind of was an organized pump to the downside. Look at the beautiful bullish divergence that we did call out on the 1 hour time frame too, right there, still drawn, still there for you. And divergences are key. Buying into bullish, selling off on bearish, divergences are key. This is technically a breakout of the trend line too. We're going to talk about a lot of different things tonight because the whole outlook looks different. All right? And we're going to get into Bitcoin. You know what we're going to do. We're going to get into Bitcoin. We say it again. We're going to get into Bitcoin. And the weekly candle close. Who here has never seen that? Who here is new and has never seen that? We do that every week for the last 2 years. That's why I love when people come and they never seen it, because I'm like, you're the one who doesn't get it. Like, because they'll be like, dude, who here has never seen that? Who here has never seen that? This guy has never smoked a day in his life. This guy's funny. I think I passed out. Who's new? Mike McCarthy in the house. My kids wait for this. I've never seen that. Shout out to the Poke General. Oh, man, you guys are funny. Shout out to everybody here. 800 beautiful souls. 862 people on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And if you watched the morning live, we banged on it. And you know what? I see Bitcoin continuing to the upside here. The measured move takes us to 22,413. I'm going to get into live Bitcoin in a second. I got so much to cover. I got the bigger time frames, the smaller time frames. We have so much to discuss. We have a lot to break down. I'm excited. You're excited. There's a bit of a euphoria in the air. There's a bit of anxiety. The bank run, but Bitcoin's pumping. There's just so much going on. I feel it. You feel it. It's exciting. It is. And we're at a special time. I forgot so much with all the excitement to put the lemon into the water. Let's do that. Let's decalcify the pineal. Let's have a big old fresh sip of the lemon water. Let me get some lemon juice into that water. You know, it looks acidic, and it is, but I'll tell you something that's amazing. It actually turns alkaline when it mixes with the enzymes of your stomach, right? And this actually is alkaline for your body. Lemon water is a beautiful thing. So many beautiful things lemon water can do for you. But I do it every day, you know? Okay. He said, where's the honey? 54 Mac 1 Street. Be well, drink honey every day. I think we did it already this morning, but we'll do it again. A little honey never hurt nobody. Oh, yeah, I made love to the honey this morning. Remember, I was like, honey, thank you. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Oh, I was just talking to my jar of honey, you know. Shout out to everybody here. Let's take a big old sip of that lemon water. Let's stay hydrated. Let's get it going. I love you, wife. I love my wife. Just want to let everybody know that. She's so special to me. I love all of you beautiful, sexy people on the live, too. God bless you all. Thank you for jumping on in and being here with me every single day. We don't stop. And the reason why we get rewarded with the gains is because we don't stop. 22,300 Bitcoin pumping to the upside. And this is it's probably bigger on the US. So USD is bigger than US Tether, though, right? This is another funny thing. Tether's at 22,001. USD's at 22,003. We got a bit of a problem here, right? We have offset. They used to be the same. Tether now got so juiced up that it's above a penny. You know what I mean? More little lifers. Wife are jealous of you and that honey. Yeah, she wants to get in the middle of that honey. I love you, honey. I can feel it in the air tonight. I can feel it in the air. Shout out to Gina Bob, 8 on the house, CNC Ireland, Trevor TVA, Board Type Crow, Boomer Dave, John Doe, Druid, Emery, my man, Board Type, Guns and Loaded, Crypto Tucker 420, YJT 99, Patrick Belady, Joe Custer, my man, Crypto and Matrix, the Aiden Ferran Show, bro, has Algorand bottomed out, Eddie McCracken in the house. Shout out to Eddie McCracken in the house. He is here. Mikey Miller in the house as well. You always have to have a Mike Miller or you don't have a show. We have a Lost Prophet here too as well. We got Keith. We got Evil Roy. Evil Roy, just don't be evil tonight. Be good, Roy, tonight. We got the Golden God. He should balance off Evil Roy. You know what I mean? Things could kind of, you know, we could be equal here. We got Adam Davidson Lifer, who loves his Harley Davidson. We have Hassan Life. We have Ivan Hernandez. We have Apsis Research. My man. Kevin Baker, of course. David Steele. Moonshine in the house. David Hagen and Oldie. And Stack McChange Red Spine. A lot of beautiful souls in the live. Let's get it in. So, the weekly close. Everyone's worried. The weekly's overbought on the stochastics, but not on the RSI. And the RSI is the main one we need to worry about. Another thing I want to show you is we were really high here on the stochastics RSI. We were curving down. It didn't look amazing. A little bit of a stutter step. We would still bounce high to the upside. What it is, it's really the 200 SMA and the 21 SMA. Right now we're in between. Pretty good sign. When you ever get kind of in between these two, you know, even though we should be on the other side of it, what we want to do is just get back above this 200 SMA on the weekly. Once we do that, everyone can have a sigh of relief. To me, a bear market is basically, to me, defined by a sustained rally of a bear trend with constant lower lows and being below the daily 200 SMA for more than, like, I don't know, a month. And then once that's sustained, that is the definition of a bear market to me. So right now the daily is back above the 200 SMA. It's a good sign. And look how we bounced right off of the 200 SMA. I'm telling you right now, it's a place to get rejected from. It's a place to bounce from. That was a beautiful bounce. Textbook bounce. Right off the 200 SMA for a massive move to the upside. The last 3 days, a giant candle closing today. So let's take a look at our weekly candle. Let's get the information. Let's break it down. It is an extremely bullish pin bar. Or, it's a bullish hammer to the upside here on the doji. It's a bullish doji hammer. Opened at 22,431. The high was 22,599 and 99 cents, almost 22,600. The low is 19,568 on the week. It would close at 22,219. It would go down $200. So it would open at 22.4. It'd close at 22.2. But again, we would go all the way to the lows of 19,568. And, it would only go down 1%. This huge wick to me sells this heavy buy pressure for Bitcoin. That's an amazing move back to the upside. Most of it was tonight. Weekly candle close is volatile. And, sometimes it's volatile to the downside. Sometimes it's volatile to the upside. Every once in a while, the bulls get blessed and we get that move. Now, I'll trade anyway. I'm bullish or bearish. It doesn't matter to me, but I am long-term bullish for Bitcoin. When I see a big pump like this, it is awesome. I've also been rewarded for big dumps and felt really good and seen that money come in. But, at the same time, I'm in it for the world. I'm in it for the change. I'm really not. I mean, the money's great, but money is fun. The money helps you do more things for more people. That's really what I use money for, to be able to help other people, do the right thing for other people, be free, go where you want to go, do what you want to do, put your, maybe even back who you want to back, influence, do whatever you want to do to change the world. So look, this is a huge wick to the upside. That's a very bullish sign when you see that. It's one of the biggest wicks we've ever seen on a weekly candle for Bitcoin. Here, that was a nice big move. After that, we kind of stutter step, but we still kind of made a big pump. So is the weekly out? Are we out? In my mind, I mean, could we claim that we're in some type of trend line here? Yes and no. I mean, there's a chance you could say we broke out. But you could say, hey, we're trying to stick in here. And this is what we got going on. I'll tell you what I do like is this. See this big, huge area of liquidity? We came into it, and I mean, we got bought back up. If we can hold back above 23,000, we're going to hold this little ledge, and then there's that. I'm back to my same story that we could get back to 30K easily because of this gap. I'm not going to stop talking about this gap. Also, this is kind of a shoulder ahead, kind of a right shoulder here. If we kind of even hang out and do something like that, and that would have a measured move to the upside from the neckline to the head, and that could break you out too as well. We've been talking about this. So, some bullish signs for Bitcoin, but it's not all good. There's some bearish signs too as well. Weekly is overbought. We did have a death cross here, right? We have weekly resistance right there. Where these two candles hit at about 22,600 and psychological at 22,005, right? If you can't get back above there, expect more downside. It's not, so I don't always just jump. Okay, it's all bullish. We have to, we can't do that. We can get excited for a second. The pump was great. We called the pump all day. But like I told everybody, now that I called those pumps today, I shouldn't even say that I called the pump. Throw the ego out, Sam. Straighten up, Sam. The technical analysis in which I used gave us a probability in which in fact, which played out. All right. Anyone could have used it as I used it. It was simple trading. It was simple pattern trading, simple support of resistance with stochastics and momentum. That's it. You know what I mean? And years of experience help, I'm sure. But so what the charts conveyed, the probabilities played out for us. Great. Just because the system which we used played out today means nothing now. We're now back, okay? Profits taken. We've hit limits. Price action has obviously slowed down a bit. Now what, Sam? Now what? Now it's time to. You don't get to eat yesterday's dinner is what I'm saying. I mean, you have leftovers, but you know what I mean. We got to cook the bacon again. I don't eat bacon, but we got to cook. We got to cook the dinner again. And I'm going to get to it tonight. Trust me, I'm going to get to it. And we're going to do the best we can of calling it into tomorrow morning, just like we called it this morning. And we'll wake up tomorrow morning and be back at 10 a.m. to do it all over again like we did it tonight. Shout out to the 975 beautiful souls on the live, 340 likes. God bless you all for being here, all right? So good news, SBV will be backed. Everyone can breathe easy. It's still not good news because you know what it means? It means the money printer got turned on somewhere. That money comes from somewhere, and when they do that, that's more money being made and being pushed into the market. More money being pushed into the market, which is devaluing the currency yet again. I don't know, Again, they've changed some things in how they're going to value the CPI data. They used to take 2 years. They're going to take 1 year now. It's going to look like they made a better year. Things are going to change. Things are going to change. All right. So here we are with Bitcoin on the weekly, getting overbought. All right. And hanging out at the top here. That's one thing we have to worry about. But again, I've seen this. It could kind of hang up here and we could get a huge move first before it actually wants to take a, So don't, grain of salt. Also, if you've learned anything from today, 4 hours overbought, but the 1 hour did damage, take your time frame and let it play out. So right now, weekly may be overbought. Let your daily play out, right? We're about to get 3 white soldiers here with a giant one in the middle. That's a very bullish pattern, and I'd like to see if this daily candle closes. All I wanted was to close above 20,500 when the morning began. I was like, can we get 20,005? If we get 25, I'll be a happy man, right? MACD about to get a bullish cross there on the daily. RSI pointing out after a bounce from the bottom area, and the stochastics pointing to the upside. Get away from that weekly idea here. And I'm just looking at the USD pair on Coinbase right now because it is the highest one. 22,600 now, pumping hard. Like Bitcoin going out of control. Massive short squeeze here again. Interesting. I'm not seeing a long liquidation. There we go. We had a massive short squeeze to 22,600. Looks like it's coming up again here. This is BOOKMAP, everybody. BOOKMAP showing us kind of the liquidity orders on the order book. It's showing us the orders behind the candles. Wow, what a massive move tonight. Unbelievable. Feels so good to be alive to catch these pumps. Unreal. So what I'm attempting to do on the weekly close, everyone, if you're new, I attempt, usually it's kind of a, we're watching Bitcoin. We're just trying to go over what we see happening for the week ahead. But this has just been a phenomenal night already for Bitcoin. I mean, in my mind, it was a bear trap. They bear trapped you out, bounced off the 200 SMA. A trader like me who uses the 200 SMA, perfect entry right there with a bounce to the upside, right? I used other entries and ideas. I used the smaller time frames to see what was going on and just to kind of trade the smaller entries. And then you zoom out and you see, oh, wow, I took advantage of these bigger candles, but I was deep inside the zone, right? I was in here. That big candle is this right here. Look at that huge candle that just shot up again. And look, we just hit the target that I talked about. Why? That's your measure move. Actually, it could be bigger. Yeah, this is the measure move here. Maybe I put it on another time, but here we were. Bang. It told us we should be able to get to that next resistance, 22.5. Wow. And now that's the tethered pair. So the USDT pair is now banging up to 23,000. Telling you right now, I believe the banking stuff going on is making Bitcoin look strong. And look, now you're back above a strong resistance for Bitcoin. Strong support. So you did two things right here. You made a strong low. Now, what I don't like is low, high, lower low. You must assume that is a lower high, and we could dump to the downside. And I'll give you that. And this could be a shoulder head and still kind of a wacky right shoulder. Not amazing. Not amazing. There's some bearish things in here. If Bitcoin never breaks a daily candle back above 23,683, forget this rally. And if you don't, we all know if we don't get back above 25,000, really 500, let's call it 500 just for buffer zone, but 25,250, we really need a candle above, a daily candle to close above 20,005. Basically in this, we could call it right here in my yellow box. Daily candle in here is needed, please. That's what we need, all right? So for me, Bitcoin made the move, all right? Unbelievable. As you could kind of call it in this falling wedge too. I like, it looks cooler to me. It looks better to me as if it, bounced nicely on this positional, left, came back in. Once it was in, it was gone. And so now we do have a measured move because now you can figure out where you're going to go. And this tells you you're going to break out at least to the next resistance. And then can you get that candle closed back above there? Highly unlikely. I mean, we could do what I've been talking about. That's why you want to always kind of be open-minded. Do we make some type of right shoulder here and dump to the downside? I've seen it. I've seen an awkward right shoulder happen just like that, so it can happen. All right, I've seen it more than once in my lifetime. So daily looks good with legs to go to the upside. Suggested the measured move is 25,005. So the daily looks good. We could leave it alone. All right. Moving average is getting tight. So you leave the daily where it is. Good to go. We looked at the weekly and the weekly resistance. All right. You know, we can look at it again for you if you want to write it down or just pay attention. Your next big weekly zone to get back above is wherever these two candles met. Where the previous two candles met, right there on the weekly. And that basically, you can see where this candle began and where that one ended. So just where this one opened, it's 22,700, right? This one closed at 22,700. So 22,700 is going to be your weekly support or resistance. Then you're going to be up here, and it's going to be that 22,009, 23K, all right? So you're looking to get back above 22.7, and it really is the 22.8 because you know the 8s, but 22.7 on the weekly, and then 23,000. These are going to be big areas that we need to get back above on the weekly candles. All right, already showing signs of a big green weekly candle. Very, very interesting. Another thing is the 3-day and the 2-day want to start making a big move. Look at the size of that 3-day candle. And I kept talking about how the 3-day looked nice, and I even kept going over how the 2-day looked good. Also, I wanted to do an idea of how the 2-day could pump up to the 200 SMA, and I was backtesting it on a bunch of other things. Looks like this is likely to happen, just like we see on other time frames. Like to see the 1 hour more tight with the other moving averages, but once it gets above there, you'll get a move here based on moving averages. Falling volume with falling price suggested you would get a bit of a move to the upside as well, right? You didn't get dragged below this node, which is great. You never even really had a tussle with 19,001. You went as low as 19,250, it says, though. That's it. Wow. It says 19,568. Okay. Almost looked like it got lower. On Coinbase on the USD pair. I'm also going to be, deep diving and redoing the USDT pair, right? Like I do, so we can figure out where we're going and what's happening. Shout out to the 1,000 people on the live, 388 likes. Make it the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Thank you for everybody being here and holding me down. The lifer, man. I don't take a day off. I haven't taken a day off from February of 2021. My name is Samuel James Price. I've been trading for 15 years, all right? About almost 20. I'll be 40 years old this spring. I've traded the Toronto Stock Exchange, gold and silver for years. I've been battling these markets, 15,000 trades in my life or more, touching the buy button over and over again, all right? I found Phantom at 18 and 22 cents, made a beautiful move there, found Cake at 60 cents, got into Cardano at 2 cents. If you're just coming in and you don't know who I am, thank you for being here. I put my life into crypto. You did too. Welcome to my stream. I'm the Crypto Lifer. You are now a lifer. Thank you so much for being here, all right? And we're going to break down Bitcoin tonight. We're going to talk about, if you come to my stream Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., I'm going to go over Bitcoin. I'm going to go over ES1. I'm going to go over the S&P futures every single morning. We're going to talk about the total market cap for the cryptocurrency. We're going to talk about the dollar index, the DXY, and we're going to show you all these different ideas, and we're going to show you how to find divergences, what's happening in the market. For instance, this bullish divergence here, we had it on the 1 hour time frame. We went over it in depth on multiple streams. You can go back and find them all and hear me talking about it. And here this morning, you can hear me finding when I found the symmetrical triangle that was likely to break to the upside with the measured move here. I mean, it was all there. It was all there, right? Anyway, so need I digress? All right. But I feel good, man. It's nice to see 1,000 people on the live on a Sunday night. I like to see people getting excited about crypto. They want to know. They're like, hey, I don't want my money getting trapped up in a bank. All right, and join my trading group. In my trading group, we'll teach you DeFi, how to move and send money in cryptocurrency. We'll teach you how to trade. We'll teach you how to short and long the market. We will teach you everything you need to know. I will force you to post the first trade you ever posted in your life. We will be on you to make just a beautiful move. You will have so much fun in my trading group. And we push love, positivity, and gratitude every single day, every single night. God bless you all. Let's get back into what makes us hot here, which is the technical analysis. So what I'm going to do now is delete all my TA. And you're like, why is he doing this? He's out of his mind. Because that's how I work. I like to build in front of you. I like to show you what I'm seeing live. I trade Binance USDT mainly. That's the main, well, KuCoin USDT. We'll go to a BTC USD KuCoin chart. But Binance or KuCoin are the main places you're going to see me fully trading. All right. All right, so let's break it down. Let's talk about it as if I've never seen this chart before. First thing I'm going to go, we already know what the weekly's doing. We looked at that, but first, I like to take my moving averages off, and I like to see, all right, we know we got resistance, and I use Alt-J. It's going to give you a nice little number there as a ray. Alt-J stops where you're at. Alt-H will keep it moving, in case you want to know. You might want to grab the fixed range, too. You can grab this here and just pull it from the top of your liquidity to the bottom and just see your zones. I mean, we were supposed to come pretty close to there. We got pretty close, and we bounced to the upside, all right? Also, one thing that we were discussing, and that I show, this is a hidden bullish divergence. I've backtested it many times in my life. It does suggest that this pump should make a high higher than this high, and we should get up somewhere up in here based on this hidden bullish divergence, something that you may not have known about. And you can skip a hump in a bullish divergence as long as it doesn't hit the next bump. I have backtested this many times, and I haven't had a chance to find hundreds of instances, but I have seen it play out. It is something that if someone battles you and says no, you can say no. Put in the work, and you can put in the work yourself and find instances like that of divergences. So that's an interesting divergence too. We also showed you how we bounce off the 200 SMA right there on the daily. I use the 200 SMA. I'm a simple moving average guy. So if you get into my trading school, you're going to learn all about the simple moving averages, the 5 simple moving averages, okay? So we know we have resistance here. Beautiful. We know we have a nice support zone right here, a bounce at 18,000, and we know we had a point of control there at 19K, 19,100. And we had another little wall right above it, which we kind of bounced because we had a lot of resistance there, 19,005, psychological. And we had this beautiful area here that acted as support right there, and we're back above it, which is 21,500, right? 21.5 is a really nice area, in my humble opinion, of liquidity. So we're back above 21.5. Really nice. Back above daily. We have a lot more room to go on the stochastic. So this is what I say has room. It has gas. It has gas left, I always say. This has gas. We could see this move up. Okay, this is how I talk, So we then know we had this trend line formed that we broke, right? We don't even almost need the bottom one, but we know that we broke this top trend line for sure. All right, that's what happened. If we break back inside this trend line, if this could be I've seen it all, everyone. This could be a bear trap, and then a bull trap. If they get back anywhere here, if price action ever makes it back inside this white line for any reason, there's a chance that it's almost too tight to do it almost. It's almost a pretty good sign that it's just too wedgy, and here's a crazy thing. If you fall out of a pattern and you make it back inside, even if you see how you're just back inside for a second on the 4 hour, but the 7 minute, you're probably in, even if you're in for a second, boom, you're back inside the pattern, and that pattern can now break out. If you don't know what I'm saying, you will over time. Trust me, this will all make sense to you over time. So I negate that this ever happened now. This is like, this didn't happen to me. It's gone. And I just play out like, just as if we were in here and then we broke on out. So this is over now. Like, you can't stress it. Some people got bagged. A lot of people got liquidated in that. A lot of people did, So Bitcoin back above so now our idea is this. As long as we stay above 21,500, we're okay. We're okay. We're good to go. And that's why now I'm waiting for the 4 hour to get back above this 200 SMA. We get that, it's going to be another healthy sign of hopefully our next run back to the upside, okay? We do need to wait for those stochastics to reset. That's something I'm going to be looking at. So now we're going to break down what I see happening into tomorrow, all right? Here comes the special sauce. So first thing we want to look at is this going to continue tonight? Is there some crazy pump that, or are we going to, is this it? Did we kind of mellow out for the night? Is the liquidity drying up? And that's what I use BOOKMAP for. So BOOKMAP is going to show me where all the order books are on the order, and I can see on Bybit, OKX, and Binance Futures, and I can just get a sense of where we're likely, basically how many whales are on the book and who wants to load up on Bitcoin and where. All right. So right now we've been trending down and we've been liquidating the long. 17,000, 8 accounts, 7K, 4 accounts, 4,000, 2 accounts, 1,000, 1 account. So these are people getting actually liquidated. As they got up here, they were shorts. These are people who went long. When the price was getting up, they went long with 50x leverage, 25, way too close to price action. And now they're too close to price action. Probably emotional retail, getting hit off right now. They chase the pump. They see green candles, they start opening up 50x, 100x. It's insane. No. A smart trader right now is laddering into things. You know what I mean? Laddering in and laddering out. That's how it's played out. I like to trade smaller time frames when I'm trading Bitcoin, big in swing trading when I'm trading altcoins. It depends on the asset that I'm trading. It's another thing we can break down too every day. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. All right? So when we look at this now, right? We look at the order books and I shrink them down and I just want to see they're pretty matched. There's still a lot of sell orders. It's still higher red here. When I crunch it down, there's still more orders up at 23K, which suggests we could still crush some shorts. And there's more orders up here than there are down here. You see? And it's closer too. This suggests that we could go back to 22,009 even into tonight. So BOOKMAP now has got me a little idea that there's some liquidity hanging and we may not be done crushing the shorts. So if that's the case, all right, now I know the 1 hour just went on a tear. It went straight up. It's really far away from the 21-day moving average. We're going to, but it got back above, your closing candles back above the 200 SMA, which I told you, big sign on any time frame, all right? So, I mean, not a huge sign on smaller time frames, but if you're trading that time frame, and if you were trading 5X on the one, and again, on the 1 hour, it's a big sign, you know what I mean? So here, what we want to see is a continuation pattern now after you got a huge pump, just like we got a huge dump, and we find out where we're going, remember, and I keep finding the draw, and if I find the bear flag and say, hey, we're going to probably go further to the downside. So here we are, huge pump to the upside, all right? And we actually found the bottom together at night. I believe we were live when the bottom finally happened there, drawing the divergence split. So I start going back into the smaller time frames. I know I'm overbought on the 1, and I know I'm overbought on the 4 hour time frame. So that tells me, hey, you're pushing. Anything could happen. We could keep pumping, but you're starting to push the limit here a little bit. All right. So what I want to do is I want to go to the 4 hour time frame, and I want to start looking at my local support and resistance areas, and I want to start filling in the blanks. So right here. Bounce, bounce, resistance, resistance. We got above it. We were going to come challenge the next resistance area. We got back above that. Great. But where are we now? We're now battling the next area that we've had issues with before. Bounce, 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 fell through, got back above, close to a bounce, resistance, resistance. Here we are again. 22,600 has been an area of resistance. We can clearly see this now. So coming back down and bouncing off 21.4 would be likely, right? Something that we may see happen here on the 4 hour time frame. Also, the 4 hours a little far away from the 21-day moving average. Something, and usually when that happens, so I'd be looking for the 4 hour to reset on us at one point. All right. And, this is kind of the overall, wider idea we got here. And then that you could get a really nice move here to the upside. So you could write this down. Remember what I said, because you never know. That would put us to this level of liquidity and maybe just drive us right up to 25,000. You know what I mean? It could be a pretty nice move. If we get above this point of control, close candles above there, we're ready to go to the volume area high. And so that's what we, So I'm already projecting this idea. And what would happen is price action would come and kiss the 21-day moving average. And that would be kind of around the time we might slip below it. But that would be kind of when you're looking for a bit of a move here. So I'm watching that closely. That's something that I'm projecting and is on my radar, all right, for the 4 hour time frame. Right off the bat. If I just look at the 4 hour alone and I only had one time frame, I'm expecting a pullback at resistance further back to the downside, all right? But because that's happened many times, I've said that, and then I've seen smaller time frames do amazing things, I'm going to start shrinking down into the smaller time frames. And I'm going to be looking for a flag or some type of move here that could change what I'm looking at, all right? End of the day, the 1 hour also kind of doing this. The 1 minute. A chance the 1 minute continues this on a scalp. We are starting to kind of get pretty extended here. And what you're looking for is some bearish div, and you kind of start to have it there too. So telling me things are starting to cool off. Now, if you look at this is also a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time, all right? And this would tell you that you would break down further back to where you began, somewhere at about 20,009 or even lower to 20,500. So, at least further back down here. So, I'm showing signs that, we could have some trouble. 1 hour's overbought, 4 hours overbought. You're at a resistance point. Unless some smaller time frame can flag you out and get you to close above 23K, we're likely to get some type of pullback, in my humble opinion, on the 4 hour time frame. So tonight, looks like we had an awesome move. Things happened greatly. I would watch a flag on the 15. So I would flag out the 15 minute, or maybe even the smaller, the 7, or even this 1, and watch this flag on the 1. This flag on the 1 could either double top there, because you see an even smaller little flag here, see? That measured move is this. To the upside would take you to about 22,900. And again, this is how I work it. I'm projecting small to big to small. I'm accordioning my brain. This took me years to be able to do. It wasn't like I could do it like this. I'm telling you right now, this took me years because right now I'm still keeping the weekly and the daily in my mind. Like, I still have an idea of where we are in the bigger picture and the smaller picture at the same time. All right. Shout out to the 1,000 beautiful people on the live. 485 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would be greatly humbled and appreciative of that. Thank you so much for the love. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Not afraid to talk about God. Not afraid. God gave me everything I have right now. This ain't all about me. This is about God. God gave me everything I have right now. I was down and out. My channel got, I don't even like saying it. Things looked horrible. I prayed to God all night. I said, this is what I want to do. I will commit. Never look back. The day I got my channel back, never stopped going live every single day. February 2021. Started the channel September of 2019. We're coming up on 4 years when we hit September in about 6 months. Shout out to everybody here on the live. God bless you all. Thank you for rocking with me. So we're going to watch this flag on the 1 minute. It could take us further up to about 23,000. What it would do is it break us above this resistance that we're at right now at 22,006. We established it. I showed you why it's resistance. We went over it. So we're watching this smaller time frame to see if it can break us on out. But I do see a pullback here eventually, even if we get that high there on the 4-hour time frame. All right. Me personally would be opening up some type of short on the 4-hour. Let's take a look at the shorts and see if there's some money on the shorts here to be had. And these would be just little quick shorts, just like while Bitcoin resets. You know, I wouldn't be, So I'd look at the 4-hour time frame. I mean, it would basically just be a V-shaped recovery, I guess, back to the upside. Hard to say. You do have the bullish divergence on the 1 minute. So you need that Bitcoin to fall off and the short to break out. I'm not loving shorting Bitcoin right now. At the same time, even that 4-hour could play out at one point. You got really no nice pattern to go on, though. Got an idea of like a shoulder head and almost a right shoulder, I guess, but it's messy. And you're still very over. Oh, man. 22 came down pretty nice. Still overbought on that daily time frame, though. So it would be a scalp of a short. But there's a chance I would watch it just because Bitcoin looks like it's kind of struggling a little bit. Definitely would keep this on my radar tonight. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm not feeling it like huge, more like, yeah, short's highly probable. There's some good probability behind it on the 4-hour time frame, but we don't really have a good pattern to support it. And I like this. I like the pattern and the momentum indicators to be all in one. I just don't see that right now at the present moment in time. All right. Wow, what a nice move for Bitcoin, though. I'm excited. You should be too. And you kind of know where we stand. We're watching this 1 minute flag. And then we'll probably make some more, hopefully a more bearish pattern on a bigger time frame. And things will start to slow down. But you can see price action is slowing down a little bit. We still have that liquidity up here at 22,008 or 9, which also coincides like we could get another short squeeze. So it's not over yet. It's not completely over yet. We'll see. We will see. But that's what I see happening for Bitcoin. Going sideways, and then unless we get some bigger move, a pullback coming on that 1 hour in the 4-hour time frame. Best case scenario is the 1 hour somehow, I mean, it's really the other thing. See, when you get really far away from the 21-day moving average, to me, I just feel some type of pullback coming here. So I always try to use ghost pattern, but it never like fills properly. Ghost pattern is like ghost feed. I just never knew how to do it right. It's like you can do this and then it's supposed to like make actual candles, right? And make like what would look like actual whatever. So we're just, this is what I see happening here on the 1 minute. And then you're going to come and kiss the 21-day simple moving average before you can get a move. This is also kind of a cup and handle here. And Bitcoin would get a massive move out of this to the upside. Cup and handle would bring you somewhere back to 25. So, I mean, I'm getting a lot of signs here that Bitcoin wants to make that move. We're going to see it happen on the actual time frames. we do need a bit of a pullback here. We're getting overbought on the RSI on the 1 hour and, the 4 hour and the, so I see a pullback coming. Price action likely to fall back to the 200 SMA inside of a falling wedge here. Then the moving averages will get tight again. We'll get a golden cross on the 1 hour and bacon on the beach will ensue. It's looking highly likely again. We could make a double top here. After this, M could dump us down and I'll be here every 8 hours or less. I will be here breaking it down for you, showing you the signs. So you don't have to worry or have to figure it out. All right. I'll be here breaking it down every single day. And watching me after, a couple months to a couple years, you'll never be the same. All right. So that's my bigger idea. Don't forget, we still have the smaller idea possibly at play. You'd be like, I can't see it though. I got to move yet. So we got the smaller idea possible still at play here. Does want to pump up. How much does it do it is the question. This is the actual pattern. Let me get really precise about it. It does have a measured move. I'll tell you what, right now, BOOKMAP seems to be heating up. Like the kicker's ready to kick the field goal. See, when it starts to curve up like that and I see a big drop ball, just looking like it definitely wants to go gobble up 2008. But it has that feel. And look, now we got less liquidity here. It's been kind of pulled away. So they spoofed it, which is interesting now too, which gives you more likelihood. And that's a huge sell wall now at 22,800. So we got to keep watching this 1 minute. At one point, I believe the bigger idea that I'm putting out will play out. Just where will it end on the 1 minute time frame is the question. That's what we're looking for. All right. Shout out to the chats, everybody. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Unbelievable. I love you, Sam. Crypto Tucker 420. God bless you. Never seen it. I now do it every week with you, and my wife looked at me funny. So funny. I usually watch during the week. Love our Kevin. Kevin Baker's the best. The pump smells bad. Beast mode, Sam. Pull back, then bacon. The man in legendary, I was here. All glory and honor to God. God bless you. You were truly blessed. Shout out to Liberty or Death, my man. They will be made whole on Signature Bank. So good, man. Something tells me. All my alts hit a few times today for take profits. The whole time I was trading Bitcoin and I never touched it. Funny. Lifer, you got the sauce, baby. You said last night it would be tough trading, and you were right. Felt brutal last night, and I'm still plugging away for the win. Thank you, Dude Power. Blessed, wishing kindness upon all living beings. Blessed. Just be careful of false move money. Could give it all back. Definitely good. You the man, Sam. I love Sundays. 7 other years were victimized too. What's the reason Coinbase Bitcoin is higher than any other exchange? Well, just USD is higher. And it's not really Coinbase, it's USD. USD is higher because it is US Tether. No, US Tether's higher than USD. That's what I've been seeing. Made a lot of gains back today. Shout out to Timmy313. My man. Render pump nearly 40% from the lows. Oh, yeah, because Coinbase is playing games. God bless you. Gina Bombi and I have the Tenacious D song. The government stuck in my head. Yeah, funny. Top tier, upper echelon, excellent educator Sam. Shout out to Eric Browning in the house. For some reason, Bitcoin is way high on the iTrust right now. It's Sam buying lots of Bitcoin, causing the pump. Grateful to be here with you this moment, Sam. Grateful to be here with you. All right. And try to connect a little more on the weekend nights. So let's take a look at the total market cap real fast. The total market cap in all of cryptocurrency. Back above $1 trillion. No, 995. We didn't hit the trillion. We got pretty close, though. Let's see what we were looking at. Let's break down what we talked about. So we had this falling wedge, right? We saw that it was in a rising wedge, actually, right? But look at this. We made this cup and handle. And isn't that interesting? Just playing the cup and handle. Look at the target there was 982. We went to 1 trillion. We did hit $1 trillion, but we slipped back down to 996. Fumman's taking $4 billion off the top right now. How dare you? Stay in the game, you billionaire. So a little bit of a dip on BOOKMAP, but still the buy looks big right there. That's a giant buy ball coming for us. It's interesting. Liquidity is slowing down. It's not moving as fast as it was, but... Robert G. Sam equals the best crypto educator on the internet. God bless you, Robert. Tell your friends. Tell your friends, kiddies. Good or bad, we will remember this pump for a while. Bitcoin dominates total 3 and DXY, baby. Every single day. So the total market cap got back above some key zones. Let's break it down. So we knew that if we had lost this area, we were going to tussle with 859. We got back above 950 billion, and we got back above the little mini zone here, 982. All right. Our next zone to tussle with is right above us here at 1.02 trill. Then it's going to be 1.09 and then $1.1 trillion. Those are our levels to watch, hit by these green levels. All right. So our daily still has legs. There's no reason why it should stop. What I want to see is us get back above these candles here and close back above $1 trillion. Like, psychological support above $1 trillion would be nice. That's what we're looking for. I do see some type of pullback, or at least some type of bullish flag. Could even be a bull flag. It doesn't mean it has to be a bearish pullback. It could be a nice sideways bull flag. Price action comes, touches this. But it is setting up for what it looks like a bullish continuation pattern for me. And that would take us back to the promised land, back above $1 trillion. We're going to watch this, but this is my projection. All right. And that's what you can't just get anywhere else, is the projection theory, the special sauce, every single day. I had Bison Bolognese yesterday. Bison Bolognese. Shout out to Bison 9. I had Bison. How the DXY be going up, Sam, with the bank news? Let's take a look at the DXY and break it down. Well, the DXY goes up and down with bank. Don't worry about that. Oh, wow. Look at that. What's going on there? Oh, yeah. All right. So, all right. Yeah, the gaps. Gap trading. So DXY broke down in gap down, which is pretty nice. All right. But look, this is what we were talking about. We saw the DXY go into this falling wedge. We said we don't want to see this wedge break to the upside. We want to see it fall back down and break down out of the wedge. All right. Daily still coming down. 2-day just getting started. I want to see that dump. So I want to see this 2-day. So Bitcoin's 2 days about to pump. That's what it says. That's what the market says. I don't know. That's what the market says. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. You ever see a Bitcoin say that? A Bitcoin YouTuber? I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. No clue. No idea. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. That's it. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. And I remind myself of that every day so I can continue to grow and learn. So right now, the dollar index looks like it's going to dump. It lost this level. It tried to get in multiple times. We want the bearish retest of the bigger time frame. We want the dump for the double bottom back to 101 at least. Let's get it. That would put Bitcoin back above 25,000. Things would kind of change. You would see how Bitcoin is the hedge against banking systems. People would really realize what Bitcoin's doing. And I think the pump tonight is letting people see what Bitcoin really is. They're like, all the financial systems should be dumping. Why is Bitcoin pumping tonight? Well, when the world realizes that the bank sucks, and when billionaires feel like they got nothing left and they feel broke for 2 days, and all their buddies who were like, dude, I had at least a couple mil in Bitcoin, I can still do whatever I want. You're stressing. I bet a bunch of those people, the second they got access to their money, they're like, you know what I'm going to do? I believe on Monday, you know what we're going to see? I think we're going to see people buying more Bitcoin tomorrow because more people are going to have access to their funds and they're going to realize that they should have hedged. I'm telling you right now, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm getting this feeling. I'm getting, it's a feeling, but I'm getting a premonition that we're going to see more and more people in the next 3 to 4 weeks into the next 2 months buying more and more Bitcoin. All right. So I want to see this 2-day chart dump to the downside. It's already beginning. Remember, don't forget the 2-day. The last time we got high here, a nice move down. Doesn't mean it's going to happen for sure. You get these anomalies every once in a while, but for the most part, down, down, down. That one kind of continued up a little bit. All right. So we don't want to see this. We want to see this dump to the downside. Daily is getting spent. And we should have got I wanted a more of a dump from that daily. We got too much of it. We got a pump right in the middle while we reset there instead of just a massive move out into the downside. Not the best sign. 4-hour is curving down there. See that? Even though it's low, it's curving down. And the 1 hour's in the overbought region in a bit of a bear flag. So gap trading must be fun, but you have to assume price action did go down even though it didn't. And so the idea here, it did, but we didn't see it happen. So the idea is this is a bear flag. 1 hour wants to take it down, probably pump a little bit back to the top of the pattern. And then could we get the move back down? Sideways action for a while. We wake up tomorrow. Bitcoin's reset on the 1 hour in a flag, and we're ready to move. And Bitcoin begins to pump as the world markets have access to their funds. People are going to have access to their money. And I believe if I just almost lost, if I had like $5 million in the bank at SVB, and I realized I was only going to get like 250 grand of it, or I had it and spread it in three different, like a business, a savings, or whatever, and they were going to give me 750 grand. And I realized I was going to be out like 3.2 million easy. And then I found out tonight that I was getting that money. I'm telling you right now, the second I got that money, I would be like, dude, I'm putting at least 100 grand into Bitcoin. I would put at least, I believe this is the biggest ad for Bitcoin I've ever seen in my life. This is huge. So when this bank goes down, this is a big ad for Bitcoin. Makochi, grab that little part of me saying that. Let's run that. Run that on Instagram. Run that on Twitter. Let's run that ad as an ad. Let's tell people this is the biggest ad for Bitcoin right now. When you're seeing banks going under, when people can't get their funds, they're waiting in line outside the bank. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I am talking about. All right. Shiba, I seen water. All right. Another beautiful, accurate call for Bitcoin today. Nailed it. Just absolute special sauce here. You got to love the hard work. Because, you know, I wake up on Sunday and every once in a while I'm like, it's Sunday. I just want to cook pancakes for my kids. I just want to relax. But like 6 or 7 months ago, one day on the weekend, I woke up and I made a video on the weekend. And then I was like, I should do that again. And then now I'm committed to the weekend, doing the weekend, dude. You know, and now we make an extra content. And we keep pushing. Shout out to Justin Cashmore in the house. Banks are giving people 30 cents on every dollar if shill goes bad. Nah, they're giving less than that. Are you kidding me? Depends on how much you have. If you have 250 grand, okay. But if not, you're getting beat. You're getting beat. All right. AFCON, I was watching this just at the bottom of this flag. Getting a little bit of a move. GLQ, everyone trying to pump back up. Wow, ACH getting the huge pump off that 786 retracement. Remember actually going over this again. Maybe I went over it on another, on the Coinbase chart or something. We had it here. It definitely dumped. I'm not going to say it didn't. That's what happens when Bitcoin takes the market down. You go down. But this, I mean, it went all the way back to the 786, a proper retracement. Right? A lot of these coins did a really proper retracement. They got pounded to the ground. GALA 3L, everything. But, you know, you're getting the move up, 6%. Not a huge night. I would watch the market. We're going to let it settle again. We got CPI data. We got a lot to stuff to go over. They're going to have their meeting tomorrow. You know, hey, we were looking at Clayton. Clayton got a little bit of a move to the upside. Clayton also has a really workable system. We're going to talk about that in, you know, we're going to go over Clayton. But Clayton's being used right now in liquidity, even for DeFi Kingdoms, he was telling me. So that was interesting to me to find out. And remember, we found out about weight, and I want to see weight possibly pull back. But I'm going to build a little bag of that. You guys do whatever you want, but I will build a little bag of weight. Signature Bank, done. Funny. I was also looking at another fun fact about just, you know, they said that we got 100. I wanted to find the fact, so I didn't say anything without saying it here. So here, we'll take a look. Let's look at the math. Bill Ackman says there will be bank runs everywhere on Monday unless the FTIC does a system-wide guarantee. Listen to this, though. FDIC only has $124.5 billion on its balance sheet and $100 billion line of credit. The U.S. banking system is $22 trillion. FDIC assets only cover 1.26 of deposits. Right? I mean, am I wrong here? Someone could find out if this is right. I mean, the FDIC has $124.5 billion on its balance, $100 billion line of credit. The U.S. banking system is $22 trillion. If the FDIC assets cover only 1.6 of the deposits, right? Wow. And I want to actually continue that. That's by Genevieve Roach. Let's see, Genevieve Roach. Genevieve. So I'm trying to find his tweet here. 0 followers, too. Interesting. Can't even find that tweet anymore. It looks like he... Funny, it's gone. Maybe it wasn't right. I don't know. Now that's not there. Is this really him? Yeah. I took a picture of it. Genevieve wrote... Yeah. Signature Bank has collapsed too, which is not good. But SHIB keeps trending, baby. SHIB keeps trending. TD Garden. Why is the TD Garden trending? Did the Bruins bring it in? Did they tie it up? It was 4-3. Dude. Nothing like that roar. Oh, man. Bruins fastest team to 50 ever in the history of the NHL. Can you believe it? Super excited to see us. And follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. 11,500 followers. I greatly appreciate that. Satoshi Nakamoto is trending, right? And I'm just going to say Satoshi Nakamoto is my father. Usually when I'm on an actual trend, it used to just hit it and it would actually fill the trend for me, you know? Like it would, you know, Satoshi Nakamoto is my father. All right. I hope you spit out your lemon water. God bless you. Let's have a big sip of lemon water for Satoshi. No, I'm not cheersing him, but you know what I'm saying? And Signature Bank does go down. Jim Cramer recommends Signature Bank. Look at this. Watch this. This guy's outrageous. I don't even know if I can play it because, you know, I don't. But look, this guy, man, I swear, man, just buy whatever you look. How many times? He should just probably kind of ride off into the sunset somewhere. Let me take over his show and we can actually kind of start picking winners again. You know what I mean? But Signature Bank closed by U.S. regulators again. SBNY has been closed by state authorities. All deposit of the Silicon Bank in Silicon will be fully protected, though. So shareholders and certain unsecured debt holders will not be protected. Shareholders and certain unsecured debt holders. So if you grab like debt from the bank and you were on high risk buying debt from the bank, wow. All depositors will have access to their money by Monday. That is confirmed by the Treasury Department. The contagion has begun. Insane. And I'm telling you right now, what I was looking at 10 years ago is the bigger banks want to see small banks collapse. They want to consolidate the money, so when they bring out the CBDC, your small bank doesn't have access. They want it going directly from the federal banks and from the central banks. They don't want your credit union. They don't want that in the way. Okay? That's why if you listened during the hearing, did you remember one senator was all about, the only thing he kept asking about is why the guy, it was a Democrat, and he kept asking, why are you putting these sanctions on these bigger banks? Like, I hope you're saying this is going to be tailored. And he's like, it's going to be a tailored approach. And Jerome got away with saying, yeah, it's a tailored approach. But it was like he never really had to get cornered. And he left this ambiguous word, it's a tailored approach. And that guy was saying, hey, man, do you realize if you put these sanctions, because they're saying, hey, all banks have to hold this amount. All banks have to do this. A small bank can't hold that amount. So a small bank would be basically not able to kind of clear that. And so a small bank would be out of jurisdiction, out of regulation. He was seeing that, and basically, and honestly, if they keep printing more money, it raises the amount of money a bank needs because that amount of money becomes less money. So they kind of price out the smaller banks in a way, if you think about it, because they can only hold so much compared to a bigger bank. Bigger bank knows that. They keep printing money, they're going to price out a smaller bank. It just makes 100% sense. Okay? These are things you have to understand more than just trading, or on top of trading. You got to know your TA. You got to know the ecosystems. You got to understand DeFi. But you got to understand what's happening in the financial world too as well. We do it every day here on this channel. You will get an education on top of an education here. All right. If the Fed attacking crypto on purpose, Sam, first Silvergate, now Signature, main crypto banks for transfer of fiat, right? All they want are corpse. I know. Now, there won't be a bank run tomorrow. 1,000 viewers, 580 likes. Come on, Lifer fam, let's push the algo. Shout out to Justin for asking for that push. We need a pull a Boston Tea Party. All right. So possibly the short does come on back. We're watching it closely. There's my amazing, this is what happened to SVB. Crazy, right? Where's my TA on buying? It's gone? All my TA's gone? What? What was I doing with my TA, everybody? Did I moved to KuCoin? Yeah, all right, thank you. I was about to be like, you ever get like, oh, I just did so much technical analysis. Where is it? My God, don't you take it from me. And my goodness, don't take it from me. No, it's all right. God only provides. I never want to slip up. But you're like, my goodness. Still watching that pennant. Got the fat buy wall now, 22.5. We hit that. I mean, the sell wall, we hit that. That's going to be a pretty big liquidation point. This has us hitting that too, 22. This says the same thing is about to happen. So we'll see. Extra butter, just sharing my craving. New York best tow truck driver of the building, buying all the GALA. Shout out to Johnny Tavares in the house. God bless you, brother. It's rude to watch and not like the video. My employer's in San Jose. Bang. All right, let's jump into the altcoins and see what's happening, but I'm still not feeling the alts yet. You'll know when the alts are hot because all I'll do is talk about them. There's days I'll start the stream and I won't even go over Bitcoin. I'll just be like, remember that? A couple days I was like, we'll get to Bitcoin in a second. Like Bitcoin was sideways, the alts were hot. I was like, yeah, we'll get to Bitcoin when the time is right. Like when we need to, when it matters again. Possible inverted head and shoulder here for waves. Technically didn't get stopped out either, which is crazy if you think about it, Only thing is a lot of things got a little pump here on the 22, but didn't get a lot of love from that. It's not all love here, especially for the altcoins. We'll take a look at total too. All right. And ES1 as well. You don't really have a perfect bullish divergence either. Even there you have the extended one we kind of showed, but some of these could go lower. Bitcoin could pump, and some people would sell off the altcoins too. We get a better rally. Usually you get these long extended bottoms. Rosin had a little bit of a pump today. Look at that. Fell right out the face. The altcoins got hit hard. They really did. Like every one of them. Look at that. Just collapsed. Aurora hit the stop. Yep. Everything fell. MNET was interesting. It was actually looking a lot hotter than most. Right there, bouncing off that 200 SMA. It's a good sign for me. I like that. Measured move still legit. Swing over my alert. Back to that resistance. If anything goes, MNET looks pretty good to me, but I'm just, and it's strange for me. I'm going to post alts all day long until I'm, not going to force trades if I'm not seeing hundreds of trades, or if there may be an awesome trade here and there, but like the wave of probability isn't with us. I like what MNET's doing right now. I like what I'm seeing on the daily and the 22. All right. It gets back above, like about to get a golden cross there. It gets back above that 200 SMA. This thing will explode. MNET is on the radar. I'm starting to watch MNET again. It's got some confidence in MNET. And it's funny, these people going after KuCoin saying blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, the banks, like, why don't you go check your banks first? Like, why don't you just check the banking system first? Like, why don't we fix what we got going on first, Sorry, I have like a Had a fluffy, man. Every once in a while I get a fluffy. It's like I can feel it. It's like a piece of feels like a piece of a feather or something in my nose, you know. So look, there's a short squeeze right there. I don't know why we're not showing my short liquidations. Something going on with the liquidations today? That should be liquidations right now. It's not in there yet, huh? There we go. If you want access to this, I have BOOKMAP link in the description below. All right. I like to trade KuCoin and MEXC. MEXC is awesome because it just has awesome markets. It also has 0 fees. Look, maker 0%, taker only 0.2%. Lowest fees in the game. And my humble, you know, so hey, MEXC, link in the description below. If you want to become a MEXC soldier, a MEXC Marine, jump on it today. Shout out to the KuCoin, I guess, killers, even though I like that word, we have to make, or the KuCoin commandos and the MEXC Marines. Yeah, so shout out to the KuCoin commandos and the MEXC Marines in the Lifer Army. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. All right, so you see what I see for BTC. You know what I gave you my small time frame, my big time frame. There's the breakout slowly out of the sauciness there. It is a slight breakout right there. If you saw that on the daily. Again, remember, smaller time frames don't put too much, you know, and again, the bearish divergence, it's likely we start to kind of fall down after this. When you see me looking for the small time frame pump, that's when you know the pump is, we started the pump of the 15 today, right? And now you see the smaller time frames just starting to lose it. So, you know what I see? I already gave my entire sauce on Bitcoin. I don't really have to run it over again. What about the BOOKMAP bandits all day long, baby? I spent literally all day moving all my hodls off KuCoin and Binance. I own like 20 coins, and I got to tell you, it's rough moving them all. I have 7 left. H-bar, like ICP, that I require. You can leverage on MEXC all day long, baby. All day long. KuCoin Clan. Oh, man, that's too close, though. We can't do that. We can't do the... No. Come on, man. The KuCoin... Dude, are you serious? Dude, are you serious? Come on, man. Did you really write that? That's too close to home for me. Yikes. Should I keep my AGIX trade? You got to do whatever makes you happy, man. You can't ask people what to do, man. I love you, my brother. But please, you can't ask people what to do, right? You do whatever makes you happy. I got $3,000 in AGIX, and I ain't budging for at least 18 months. You know what I mean? So you do whatever you want to do with your money and with your ideas, all right? AGIX in the daily looks like it's about to blast to the upside. It's also reset on the 3-day and the 2-day. So coming down to the bigger time frames, but looks like we could at least go sideways or make some more consolidation for a bigger move. But I like what I'm seeing, you know. And we bounced off some low on some good 7. Let's take a look at our fibs there. Yeah, you bounced right there off the golden pocket, 618. So 22-hour. It's coming up. It may go more sideways for a while. You kind of have this cup and handle vibe. But I got these feels. You break out, you break back down, back inside the same wedge. 1 hour time frame. Similar idea, but probably going sideways, you know. And nothing's guaranteed, but the bigger time frame suggests that we could get a move. I could say is we might wick back down to here one more time, 20 cents. Really put some orders down there on the low just in case for AGIX, you know. And I plan on holding it for at least a year and a half. Like, let it plan out. Let it pan out. But yeah, of trying to move your coins, you better start researching because it's a pain outside of the big coins. Every small coin requires its own wallet. Basically, it's a massive headache. Depending on the wallet, it depends on the coin. Depends on the coin. MEXC Hammerhead, LOL. Funny. Did you buy any Bitcoin below 20K? Did you now? Did you buy any Bitcoin below 20K this week? you know? And do you agree that the collapse of, and isn't that funny? They try to collapse a crypto bank. They make crypto stronger. They're like, dude, I thought that was going to, and now people want to buy more crypto. They're like, wait, that was supposed to make people not want to, we were supposed to take, they're like, we'll take away their offboard. Okay, then we'll just keep buying crypto. We don't want to go back. It's crazy. Look at the Great Reset trending right now, and that's exactly what's happening. The Great Reset trending. Do you agree? Do you agree that the collapse of SVB is a great way to display the power of Bitcoin? Do you agree that the collapse of SVB is a great way to display the power of Bitcoin? Let me know. Let me know. Be powerful about your voice here, please. I'm giving us all a voice. Be powerful. Back up my voice here. We got 900 people in the live. I want to make waves in this space. I want to make waves in cryptocurrency. I want to make waves on Twitter. Let's get it going. Let's make the waves. Let's do it, everybody. Let's do it. So I'm still not hungry about these alts. We're still going to watch alts do their thing. You know, Gens came back up, back down. We're watching a few things. There's a few coins on my radar, but it's not alt season yet. And if Bitcoin has a huge rally up, you're going to see the alts still take a bit of a hit too. That's something I want you to think about. So everyone's like, why isn't the lifer into the alts for a second? This is like the longest alt drought I've had, and like, because my subconscious mind, my whole idea, I'm like, tells me that it's not right yet. The time will be right, and when the time is right, I'm gonna feel it. Flux, always a good time, in my humble opinion, to DCA into projects that you like when there's a lot of blood in the streets, right? So if there's a lot of fear in the market, a lot of red action, take advantage of the market, okay? So, huge pump today. We kind of cleaned up the lows that we made. It's just pretty crazy what a difference a day makes. What a difference a day makes. And that's why you can't get emotional about crypto. You could be all depressed. Then you could have looked at your portfolio today and been like, wait, it's all back? What do you mean? What was that? So you just gotta you gotta take crypto one day at a time. You can't let one day make your whole life. You can't get so sad and depressed about everything that you can't maintain. You gotta push forward. All right. This is a great, awesome opportunity for anyone that was in the crypto space and saw this nasty drop. What a great learning experience for all of us here. Every time I go through one of these drops, I learn even more about who I am. I learn even more about crypto. I learn even more about my staying power. I learn even more about what got me here and what's going to keep me here. And it makes me realize that, you know what? We're all in here for the long haul, and we're going to make it no matter what. We're going to make it no matter what because we care and we want it that bad. And when you want something that bad, there's just nothing, anything, anyone, or the universe, not nature. There's nothing anybody can do about it when you want it that bad. So, and I see that in the traders in the trading group, and that's why we're the crypto lifers. That's why it's lifer, because we want it that bad. We're willing to give it all. I gave everything I had. I gave everything I had for cryptocurrency. I really did. I gave up my entire life. I've been attacked by everything you could have thought about. One day I'll write a book and you're going to find out what I really went through. You're not going to believe it. You're not. You're going to be like, he was doing what? They were what? Yes. And you know what? Every step of the way, I had God by my side. I had you by my side. I had the lifers by my side, and it didn't stop, baby. It didn't stop to the day that you never know. But, I'm going to keep on moving. And if you don't think that I don't put myself out there in certain ways to do what I do every day, then you have no idea what it's like to be a crypto lifer on the front lines, baby. I'm on the front lines. I am a face of cryptocurrency. When you're a face of the industry that they're blasting off every day, I'm telling you right now. So I just want y'all to know I love you all. And it's so much more than money to me. It's so much more than money to me. All right. I'm completely dedicated my life to crypto thanks to you. Shout out to Crypto Tucker 420. Love vibration. You are the front line, Sam. Shout out to my man. You guys are too. There's a company called DDS that's taken on Uber Eats and DoorDash, built entirely on Algorand. I believe that Algorand is the one to do it. I got liquid today for the first time. I wasn't faded. It happens to all the traders. Keep building for life. Never give up. I don't get liquidated because I don't trade levy. Bitcoin going to break down. Likely. GALA pump Sam. Super chat. Soul 3S. 22-hour Matic. 1 hour golden soon. Everyone getting sentimental. Let's take a look at Soul 3S on the 22-hour time frame. AGIX breaking out of this falling wedge back to the upside. Bouncing off of a low area on the 618 Fibonacci level. It's okay. I'm like, Looking at this bigger idea here. Looks more like we're in a bigger channel, you know. Getting high on the 4 hour and a lot of coins, so I'm looking for a pullback here. Catch you in the 99. Thank you, Sam. Janet Yellen bought a wallet on Amazon and thought it was a Ledger wallet. Closed my short before my nap. Thank goodness. Was out of the trade for that large pump. Was shorting May resented. Was shorting May resented short. Bitcoin update, please. Already done that. We've already done a Bitcoin update. Right now, it's sitting inside of a flag here on the 1 minute time frame going Sid's way, which is sideways. All right, and we're watching it closely. The more sideways it goes, the more likely it could bump. But, you know, measured move out of the flag would take you the length of this kind of pole here. Up about 22,800. All right. Well, yeah, and we're sitting at 22,280 now. And we have been slumping ever since. Slowly kind of slumping down. That was a bearish divvy that we talked about. See, I had a draw in there. Swing up to swing up. That's flat. It is telling you that you know, usually, and I've seen bearish divergence on the 1 hour, on the 1 minute be the one that plays out forever. So our projection is that we're going to start slipping down on the 1 hour and the 4 hour back to the 200 SMA inside of the channel. This is my idea here for bitty Bitcoin. All right. And just take this away. This stuff is ridiculous. All right. So, I mean, you're super overbought now, you know, multiple time frames. Hey, but I've seen small time frames still pump. So we're just, you know, we're curious enough to give the 1 minute its time. But we know that the 1 minute doesn't have a lot and that the 1 hour and the 4 hour really want to take you down. So, but it's still a nice flag that you're holding there. That's a nice flag. And that could push you up to 22,800. So we got to, you know, we got to respect the flag. BOOKMAP pulled out all the liquidity. Look at that. No more. Okay, one order still up there, yellow. It's the closest order we can find up there. A little bit more on both sides, but it's still a little more liquidity up at 22.8, which is showing that we still could get a short squeeze tonight. It's a good time to invest for the long term. I have my investment on the sidelines. You can't ask people what to do with your money, man. Nobody's going to tell you that. I am not a financial advisor. Another guy saying you should be taking his financial advice. I'm sorry, I have a bolt there, and he always wants to play with the Don. I don't know what he's saying. I follow you for a year now, and every move you say, I'm learning from that pretty fast. Thanks for that, brother. Every time, man. Shout out to Smokey DNL. God bless you, brother. I see choppy till noon. Janet Yellen is leaving the government for a modeling career. She's going to go work for Ethereum. Like everyone that... Crazy, right? SVB collapse highlights a $620 billion hold lurking in its balance sheet. Calculator says this doesn't quite cover it. The Fed announced $25 billion in funding to backstop the banks. All right. But there's $620 billion hole lurking in the bank's balance sheets. How does the Fed announce a $25 billion in funding to backstop the bank? You know what I mean? Those don't add up. So here's the deal. Now that liquidity is drying up, if they keep raising the interest rates, more banks will fail. And it's going to cause more panic. And then the Federal Reserve is going to get the finger pointed at them again, no matter what. And they're going to get on the chopping block, and it's going to be crazy. I'm telling you right now, get ready. We've been gearing up for this. This is the precipice. You were born for these moments. The age of Aquarius is upon us. All things are being told to us now. We are seeing the things coming out. This is the time. I'm telling you right now, I sound like a freaking preacher because it's insane. But I believe that the certain people that are here, Ben Bitboy was here for a certain reason. He found out about what he did and all that crazy things happen over there. You have other YouTubers that played certain roles. Everybody is positioned in a certain place for a certain time, for a certain thing. How do you not feel it happening? How do you not realize where you are in life right now? How can you not see this? It's more than just altcoin gains this weekend, okay? We got to get through this week alive. We got to get through this week alive, all right? We got to get through this week alive. No, you know what I mean? We have to get through this week alive. Straight up. Like, we got to make through the next 10 days. We're going to see history. We have no idea what's truly going to play out in front of our eyes. More banks could go under, more banks could not. We don't know. And even if they patch this now, I'm telling you right now, in 08, I knew. And then we had the repo issue that he didn't want to talk about. He said, we'll talk about it privately. The repo issue is huge. The repo lending rate, that almost went up in, last September. They patched that up. We are living on borrowed time here when it comes to the financial system. Eventually, there's not going to be enough money to keep it running. It could dry up. They're going to have to lower the interest rate to get the money flowing back again before too many banks go under. This will create more inflation, and inflation will run out of control. Then everyone will say, well, what the Fed? And the Fed's going to say, but if I raise interest rates, the banks will collapse. What do I do now? Now I can't control the interest rate. And then the government's going to say, we need to print more money for the banks. And everyone's going to say, but you already printed enough in the Inflation Reduction Act. And then everyone's going to be like, well, what do we do now? And then it's going to, oh my God, can't you see what's happening? Can't you see what's going to go down? And people are going to point fingers. You didn't work fast enough. The Democrats are going to point fingers at the Fed, We told you were raising too fast and, and then he's going to be like, we did what we could. We didn't know. We tried to balance it. I'm telling you right now, oh my gosh, and there's going to be fingers being pointed and everyone's going to be all over the place. And at the end of the day, we're still going to owe a bunch of money to the private Federal Reserve. And no one's going to do a dang thing about it. And nobody's going to talk about the actual problem at hand. And nobody is going to address the elephant in the room. And this is the problem. This is why we need a new party in America. This is why enough is enough. Okay? This is why people get your hardware wallet today. Stack your Satoshis today. Do what you gotta do to free yourself from the parasitic banking system that sucks everybody into it and drains them. It's been doing to your parents, my grandparents, my mom and dad. It did everything. It trained them. Every single thing that they did, everything we gave, they took it from us over and over again. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Peacefully, beautifully, through the most elegant ways and through love. Love is the strongest frequency in the world. And with high vibration and, supreme knowledge, which we will use, we will show people why the old system is not winning and the new system can help us and change the world. See what I'm saying? Bring back the man. Theologians 416. Check it out. Render guys facts. The blockchain party. Whoa. Who the heck? Remove that dude. Yeah. I can't believe someone just did that. We will expose the matrix together. The Fed just announced $25 billion for the banks. I know, but $25 billion. But FCS highlights a $620 billion hole lurking. So look, SVB. I mean, Circle said they'd take care of it or whatever, but $620 billion hole lurking in the balance sheets. SVB financial cash crunch forced CEO Greg Becker to liquidate $21 billion in underwater securities, highlighting a widespread problem facing many lenders. Dude, this is crazy. The chairman of the federal... Wow, man. I can't get the... Maybe Reddit snatched it. I don't know. She ruled it out, but then she had to be said, yeah, you're going to do it again. You are going to have to bail them out. I'm telling you right now, something big is happening, everybody. I can smell it. I can feel it. My God. Can you believe this is the face of the smartest people in America that deal with finances? And honestly, not even rude, but she should just be she should be retired hanging out. She shouldn't have to work anymore. We should have another young, intelligent, ready to go person. I'm not even she did her work. You know what I mean? I'll be respectful of government public service. You know what I mean? I'm a nice guy. You know what I mean? It's not, I like to use love any chance I can. You know what I mean? But she, come on, man. Like, enough, right? So, but they have a $620 billion hole in the bank's balance sheet. So, how does the $25 billion in funding, that math doesn't add up to me, right? That math doesn't add up to me. So, I don't know. And is there some other bank connected to this on the low that's connected to another one that's connected to another one? So investors tried to pull $42 billion on Thursday. Investors and depositors tried to pull $42 billion from the bank on Thursday in one of the biggest U.S. bank runs in more than a decade. At the close of business March 9th, the bank had negative cash balance of $958 million, according to the order taking an order taking possession of the bank filed by Friday. The order shines light. I mean, this is the fractional reserve lending system in which this isn't even the bank. This is the laws in which we run the U.S. banks by. Fractional reserve lending. The run was sparked by a letter that the Silicon Valley Bank Chief Executive Officer Greg Becker sent shareholders Wednesday. The bank had suffered $1.8 billion in loss on the sale of the U.S. Treasuries and of mortgage-backed securities and outlined a plan to raise $2.25 billion of capital to store up its finances. Customers immediately tried to pull their money, including many of the venture capital firms the bank had cultivated over the decades. Peter Thiel's Founders Fund, Co2 Management, Union Square Ventures, and Founder Collective all advised their startups to pull cash for the bank. Oh, man. If I'm saying it, I can't believe it's real. Like, this is really happening. Biggest bank collapse since 2008. Lehman Brothers. I was there. I saw it all happen. And we're going to live through it again. And I'm telling you, I was born out of this. My way of investing, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but my way of investing was born out of this old system. I saw a way. I saw inflation. And I kept seeing how, and people kept telling me there's a way, Sam, that you could become rich off of this collapse. And I said, but how? And I said, well, you could trade gold and silver. You could find assets that are scarce. You could learn about scarcity and not go where the rest of the people are going. And that's when I changed my life. So, hey, someone's going to be 18 right now and go through this crisis just like I did. And 40 years, 20 years from now, hopefully they have a channel or they have some type of mentorship and they're going to be showing people how they made it through these insane situations. So I've made it through, everybody. I'm still here. Okay? I'm still here. And it could be a rough road. I'm telling you right now. Nothing in this life is easy, especially if you want to go and make it great. So it's going to be a tough road. I'm ready. You're ready. We got Bitcoin on our side. We got crypto on our side. Okay? I'm a mentor who needs a mentor. Bankers get rich while their customers eat bangers and mash if they're lucky. Amen. I would pull money out on Monday. Corruption is not exclusive to traditional banking. Remember FTX and all them other crypto scams. I don't know what you're saying, honestly. I love that. When I talk about the banking system, he goes and says, I'm trying to say that there isn't corruption. There's corruption in every facet of the world. I don't care what it is. There's corruption in it. There's corruption in the church. You know what I mean? And the church is supposed to be the greatest place on earth. There's corruption there. And it's supposed to be if there's corruption in the church, then what's in the streets? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, this balance sheet doesn't make sense to me. All right. All right. And have no fear. You got to take it one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time. All right. That's all we can do. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Keep yourself hedged. Always have a backup plan. Right. I got some gold and silver. I got some cash. I got some Bitcoin. And, you know, it's like, what are you going to do? All right. What are you going to do? So take it one day at a time and know that God got me this far. God can get me that far yet again. Right. I'm seeing this shoulder, this kind of head and a right shoulder here kind of starting to fall. This is a shoulder, head, and a shoulder here too. I'm seeing some bearish signs here that Bitcoin has ended its rally and likely a short is in play. So, but that's my idea. I could be wrong, but I'm seeing bearish divergence. We're starting to cool off. This flag had a long time to pump. It's kind of ended. It's lower lows. It's got a shoulder, head, and a shoulder here. Looks like we could, instead of making a pump, we might end up making a dump. So, and again, this falls through with my 1 hour and my 4 hour. They're both overbought. They got to pull back at one point. So I'm watching the 1 hour, even the 15. We're just some type of pullback And, and then we're watching the 1 minute just to show you this head and shoulder. If you're new jumping on in and you wanted to update for Bitcoin, I've been screaming from the rooftops to anyone who would listen to buy Bitcoin. Nobody listened to me. I'm glad I have Bitcoin that I have. I will work for more. Amen. Shout out to Luis Galejos. God bless you, man. I'd rather have a Bitcoin and not need it than need a Bitcoin and not have one. This is the deal. This is the deal. All right. Now, this flag could still break out. Don't get me wrong. Traditionally, this is a bullish rectangle with a 68% chance of a break to the upside. Every day I learn something new from you, brother. Thank you. God bless you. Shout out to Shoni Saban. God bless you. Shout out to GF Burke in the house. Shout out to Bullrunner76. And I'm going. Whether you want to come with me or not, I'm going. I'm going. So my life is going to shoot to the moon. For $99, you can ride with me. I'm telling you, it's completely up to you, though. Anyone around me usually benefits from my energy. So rock out. Let's go, baby. Don't waste time. Make it happen today. Do what you got to do. I'm here every single day. So who would you want to actually kick it with? Every single day, we're going to go over it. We're going to go over it, baby. I'll put in a super chat. Soul 3S on the 22-hour could be a good play for the lifers. Let's take a look at Soul 3S on the 22-hour time frame. I mean, it's super. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance he just gets a nice recovery back up here, right? Problem is, it's just like you got no pattern to play, right? You got to like jam it in this weird, you know. That's why I like the short. The shorts aren't bad right now. I just don't. They don't have the pattern that I like to play. But maybe it just jumps back to the top here. You don't even have a really strong bullish divergence, so. But like Bitcoin gets the pullback, then you'll just get the same, So I flip this upside down. Bitcoin's the same way, right? So, and again, Bitcoin could go sideways or slightly down. So you're just looking for the short to do that, the same move Bitcoin's doing, but the other way, right? And then just pump up here. And then it actually may bear flag down, then Bitcoin pumps out. So yeah, possible 30, 20% from where we're at right now. Let me take a look. So don't get the strong divergence that I want, I do see Bitcoin pulling back, though, or going sideways. Roku just stopped working. That's crazy, right? Did they really, though? That would be ridiculous. Don't need to grow up. Just join the group, and you can be like the lifer, right? Frogman right into those. Nah. I've been watching for a week and super impressed by you, lifer. When I grow up, I want to be like you, man. Shout out to Ivan Hernandez. God bless you, Ivan. Can you review AGIX? We already kind of did, man. I'm sorry. No super chats. Thank you for the $39 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. God bless everybody that jumped on in. I hope I made some new lifers tonight. Who's a new lifer today? Put your hand up. You never came to the stream, but now you're a lifer. You want to be a lifer. You feel the motivation. You feel the love. You want to feel the love again. Come back every single day. I'm going to spread that love all over you like butter, baby. It didn't sound right, but it was good. I hope you spit out your lemon water because you were just like, what did he just say? He's going to rub me in butter? What is this dude saying? This man's out of his mind. I'll rub you in butter. I'll rub you in butter, and then I'll teach you technical analysis. Oh, my gosh. What, babe? No, why? What's going on? Really? Is she okay? My little baby got sick, man. Lifer, what do you think about the S&P now? Can't put a price on Sam. Love you, brother. Nice to see Londoners in here. Shout out to all my chinwaggers out there in the house. Let's get a chinwag, man, eh? Came for the butter, left with the sauce. You must be thinking about corn. Butter with the TA. Thanks for always being a rock in this space and bringing the energy on a Sunday night. Shout out to Patrick. I mean, when the weekly screen share is banging on them. And honestly, I'm back to my regular time slot, man. I'm back to 8 p.m. when the candle actually closes. And I think that boomed us up. So I'm back to my regular slot because of the time difference. So now we're back when the candle actually closes. I think it's actually really good for the channel. I'm blessed, man. Thank you, dear Lord, for everything you've given me today. I had a blessed day today. I hung out with my lifers in the trading group for about 5 to 7 hours in and out. I did my live stream in the morning on a Sunday. Felt good. A lot of people came, got educated. We had a blast. We had good viewership. You know what I mean? More than I could ever imagine. This one has 6,000 views already. One of my biggest streams. Super excited about that. Blessing. So every day there's a blessing. Again, I'll spend time with my wife when I'm done with the stream. My children are blessings. They were awesome. I spent time with my family today. I'm a family man who gets to work from home. I get to be with my kids and my wife every single day. I don't have to travel to work. I don't have to waste time in a car. My life is such a blessing, and everybody in it, I love you all. I'm so happy I found cryptocurrency. I'm so happy I found YouTube. I'm so happy I decided to grab a microphone and start, projecting out into the public. And I'm so happy you decided to choose this channel to come to. I'm so happy you decided to choose your life to change. You're going to just change your life. And I'm so just excited that you gravitate towards my energy. I gravitate towards your energy. Let's keep it moving, man. Sam, I love you, man. I love you, Innuendo. Abdominal Rain Man, Spaghetti Ragnetti. Shout out to everybody here. Listen to your wife. Great listening to you two for 2 hours. Go get some fam time. Well, the daughter threw up, so I'm just going to be putting the towel in a washing machine. We're happy we found you, my brother. Shout out to Justin Cashmore in the house. Shout out to MJ Magic Shack. What's up, my man? Shout out to my man, Maju Shack. I subscribe tonight. Shout out to Gary Bifolco, my man. I'm always here. Shout out to Street Strolling Style, my man. Which two qualities you lack do you most admire about in your wife? Her unbelievable ability to always realize, like, she has the patience. She was raised by her grandma. So she has the patience and foresight of someone far much older than me. And, I can every once in a while definitely get emotional. I can have every once in a while a little bit of impulsivity. And she just has a way of just always being calm. And she handles every situation easily and still sternly, but very nicely and easily. So she has that down. She's far more, she can get almost anything done. You know what I mean? You said two. Which two qualities do you lack, do you most trust and admire about your wife? So one right there, she just knows she's calmer about a certain situation at certain times. Sometimes I can diffuse too, depending on the situation, right? And what's the other thing that she does that she has such a great relationship with God. And she teaches me every day. Like she prays 4 to 5 times a day. Like I pray like in the morning and at night, but like not like her, you know what I mean? So she teaches me to be closer to God. Like she really does. Like her relationship with God is just like if I had to call it, it's professional. Like she has I don't know what to call it, but like she has a professional relationship with God. Like there's no doubt. And like, I mean, I don't know. It's just, and watching her make that connection has just been amazing for me personally. And the benefit that it has on the way she treats me, because she believes in God so much that she believes she has to honor her husband, as a Muslim wife. Like, so I need to try a Cinnabon. Never had one. Oh, Cinnabons are amazing. Did they just put out that Cinnabon video? Did we put out another Cinnabon video? I had another Cinnabon today. This is so crazy. Yeah. What? All right, GALA pump by 26% here to the upside. Look for a little bit of a pullback. You're overbought on the 4-hour time frame on multiple coins. Nice pump for Bitcoin. It was great. Look for some type of pullback here, in my humble opinion, or at least a sideways flag tonight. That's what I'm looking at for price action. Okay, and I'll be back tomorrow in the morning. Salam alaikum, Muradin Suwadi. I am, my friend. Yes, my wife is Afghan. My wife is Afghan. I am Irish American. I'm American, born in America. We are blessed and grateful to have you. Life for the 99 keeps me going every day. Learn my strengths and weaknesses with the best crew around. Shout out to Dangerfield in the house. Sammy, you mean the world to us in the 99 Trading Group. Thank you to all you do. Much respect. Bless you, Sam. Bitcoin, 0.07 of the week. Assalamu alaikum, Sam. Waleed salam, my man. Our fresh mind about trading. I was carried by you now. Indicator strategies. My mind was full of that when I found your channel. I watch you every day. You're simply amazing. Shout out to Crypto Kerr. Shout out to Ghost DS. Shout out to the upturned Iris. Shout out to Eddie McCracken in the house. God bless you, Eddie. We all pray to Yahweh. Ghost, I am who I am, man. Everybody, I'm out for the night. We had an amazing live stream, 8 to 10 p.m. God bless each and every one of you. We're so glad you're here. The Lifer Trading Vision course is the foundation for every lifer. It's the language we use. And I teach class every single Tuesday. All right? Hit the link in the description below to jump on into class. $60 if you're in the trading group, $100 if you're not. Assalamu alaikum to Gucci Khan. Yep. And it was likely that the shorts would pay out. We saw it happening. All right. The uptrend is Irish. Cheers, my man. And amen. My brother, hope you've been well. Whenever you're back in Miami, we have to get another workout. Shout out to my man, Benitez. Yo, God bless you, man. You worked me out. I'm getting back. I'm getting bigger, dude. I'll show you. I'll send you the workout. I'll DM you on Instagram. But I definitely, we got to stay in touch. Oh, yeah, man. There's things I wanted to ask you, too, about how to run Instagram, and I never reached out. I totally forgot. I got to reach out, man. I've been so busy. It's been out of control. God bless you, bro. Everyone, check out my man, Roy Benitez, though. He's the man. Roy Nier Benitez. This dude is the man. Check him out on Instagram. I have my Instagram, like, not up and running right now. But I'll show people your Instagram. Brother, which country is your wife from? Afghanistan. SVV just got bailed out. They're printing. So funny, man. On the futures, their futures. Look at that, though. Just like crazy, right? So many banks took a hit, too. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. My goodness. Everybody have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. One of the best live streams I ever had. Gratitude is the attitude. I love you all. Thank you so much. And I'll catch you tomorrow on the live stream at 10 a.m. Back at it. If I see anything going on, I will post it to the live stream. God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I'll catch you on another live. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the likes. And I'll see you tomorrow.